just as proof that even I make mistakes in business and don't have things figured out, I just got in the mail some business cards, which I order through Costco. They have some business services there. It looks beautiful. I have a great business card to spread out when I send out my personal chefs for the Taco Guy business I've talked to you guys about. It looks beautiful. I got my logo. I got my phrase, the world's best tacos at the world's best place, your home. And then I turn around on the back to list all of the places you can contact us by phone, by website, and then all the social media sites. And what do I see? I have the red squiggly line underneath my social media links because good old PowerPoint, which I made the designs on, told me that I misspelled my links. So I'm going to have to reorder business cards. And I share that with you just as testament or evidence that when you make mistakes like that in your business, you're not alone. We all do it. In fact, you can expect it, and you should. You should just embrace it. Like special forces people say, embrace the suck. Embrace the little stupid things, the stupid mistakes you're going to make, and be okay with it and realize those are just things that you're going to have to overcome. And it doesn't mean the end of your business. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't be doing it. It doesn't mean that you're not smart enough. It just means you're human. Welcome to How to Build a Tent, the podcast on how to make you successful. My name is Matt Williams. Thank you out there for listening to the show. I just got the numbers in and I was doing some projections. We are going to far surpass 1 million listens this year, like far surpass it. I am so excited about that. So thank you for everyone who's been listening to the show, who's shared the show, who's followed me on the social media sites, shared what we've had on the social media sites. I don't even do that much advertising. So it really is word of mouth. I really appreciate everything that you guys are doing, especially you subscribers. You help keep this thing going. If you haven't subscribed already, come help support millions and millions more. I want next year to be 5 million. I want to far surpass 5 million listens to this show. And that's not even anyone else in the network. That's just this show. I want to hit 5 million next year. And you can help be part of that by subscribing. Go over to fightlaughfeast.com, put in HtBT in the memo field, and you will get an HtBT mug. You will get a pint glass Fight Laugh Feast. I hear we have like 150 more of them. So get them while you can. And you'll also get tons of other great content that's coming out. Help us continue to be the show that has the most subscribers and is just crushing it in listens. And thank you guys so much for that. I really appreciate it. We got a lot to talk about today, but before we get into it, I just want to say I had a great opportunity to meet the guys over at the Founders Ministry, Pastor Jared Longshore and Tom Askell. And let me tell you, David and them are working on just the most amazing project. And what is coming at you guys, what you guys are going to get from this is going to be fantastic. I almost said bananas, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm too old to use a word like it's going to be bananas. That is something I should never say. Anyways, it's going to be a fantastic. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to watch what they are working on. Oh my goodness. And they also told me that they have a book coming out for you Baptists out there about how Baptists can think covenantally. So when that book launches, I told them I would announce it on the show and figure out the link to get you guys to be able to check that out for all of you Baptists out there. And then we have some things I want to talk about. I want to talk about a funny Babylon Bee post. And then I want to talk a little bit about resiliency and mental health. I've been talking with a few different people lately who have been just struggling with some things, been talking to me about just things that they're going through. And I just want to encourage you guys that you're not alone. In the entrepreneurial world, the startup world, the people that are doing side hustles in business often are people that have some form of depression, quote unquote, mental illness. And it's just something that attracts us to. It's something about it that makes us feel like we have to prove ourselves and gets us into business and be successful and whatever. And there's just tons and tons of people that are successful and that struggle with this stuff. So you're not alone. And it's just nice to hear coming from somebody who has struggled with bipolar. If you've listened to the show before, you know that I have. And you're not alone. And it just feels good to know that other people are out there alone, because oftentimes you feel like you're by yourself, and it's just not true. It's a lie from the devil. And if you have any comments, questions, you can reach out to me, Matt at howtobuildatent.com. Find me on all social media sites, How to Build a Tent. One of the things I was talking with somebody about who was debating whether or not to send an email to an author of a book that they were reading, where they were just totally blessed. They were totally encouraged, and they were debating back and forth whether or not to send just an encouraging email saying, thank you for writing this book. Thank you for being encouraging. And they were like debating, should I do it or not? And let me tell you, like, if there is somebody who has blessed your life, if there is somebody who has done something that has really helped you, give them a compliment. Even if you feel like, they probably get it all the time. They know it already. Trust me, they have not heard it enough. So there are so many people that are so quick to criticize, so many people that are to tear down, to discourage. We need to be people that are successful, building a success community, helping each other, encouraging each other along. We need to be people that are going to be encouraging and help build people up. So please do that. If there's somebody that has blessed your life, I want you to give them some encouragement today. That would be fantastic. The next thing I want to talk about was a Babylon Bee tweet. And it was saying that Trump loyalty to Republican values question after he actually does something to defund Planned Parenthood. And I'm like, man, that is just right on, because the Republican Party has been running on defunding Planned Parenthood. They've been running on getting rid of abortion, and they're just ineffective. In fact, actually, it's beyond ineffective. They really aren't even trying. It's not even really one of the things that they want to do at this point. And I bring that up because, again, it emphasizes the need for us who do have shared values of life, that do want to see the lordship of Jesus in every area of life, why we need to be successful, because we need to put into office people that this tweet won't make sense anymore, that this tweet will not be funny anymore, that Babylon Bee can't make a satirical joke about how Republican values are not really to defund Planned Parenthood. We got to do it, guys. And that is one of the reasons why we should be successful. All right. So now I want to talk about mental illness for a second. And I still deal with it in some form or another. And one of the ways that I want to just acknowledge that it happens to me is when I'm about to set off and start doing a project or a company or some kind of event where it's way beyond me. And what I feel, and I'm sure some of you feel this way too, or maybe it is just me, but I have a hunch it isn't, that right before that, I feel kind of like inadequate. I feel that I don't have what it takes. I get really self-focused and I think, oh man, I don't know if I have the energy to do this. I don't know if I have the expertise to do this. I don't know if I have the relationships, the resources to do this. And I think a lot about myself. And I forget that God has called me to do great things, not for myself, but for him to work in them. And that I have him on my side and when I'm seeking him. And then also I have great resources. I have great relationships that I can bring into and tackle the project. And what I try to remember and I need to refocus my mind on is it's not about me. And when I'm facing this project, it's not that I am getting these feelings of inadequacy, and it's not so much about me at all. It's just that there is a big task at hand. And the great thing about it is we're not alone through these tasks. And so we may be inadequate to do it on our own, but we have brothers and sisters. We have a community of entrepreneurs. If you are doing what I've been saying and trying to reach out and like-minded people and building up people and reaching out to people and building relationships and finding communities that have shared values, if you're like me and doing those things, you have people that are going to be coming around inside you, wanting to help you, wanting to lend a hand, give you advice, and you're not alone. So just remember that we are made to tackle bigger things than ourselves. And because of that, we're going to get feelings of inadequacy, but that shouldn't stop us. That should make us charge ahead. That should make us plan and do diligence, work harder, make sure that we have everything in line, reach out to people, bring people in, find people that are going to be our strengths and our weakness, and go for it. Don't back down. We always hear stories of people that face big things like this in our own lives. I mean, we hear about other people doing that face these same things that we're facing in our own life, and they go for it and they don't back down. They don't get discouraged. They don't quit. And we want to be like them. But when we face those big mountains, we often cower away because we don't think we can pull it off with all the resources we've built up. But I just want you to step back and reassess and realize that we are meant to do great things like that and to go for it. And I want to end on that note with somebody who is going for it. It's a listener of mine, or a listener of ours, one of our tent builders, Raphael. He has a website, confessionalwear.com. And it was funny. He was talking about how he doesn't make that big of a profit. And I actually went after him. I'm like, you need to raise your prices then. You should make a profit. And he said he eventually will. So go over to confessionalwear.com while he is not charging the prices he should and get some discounted gear. And he said, go over and support John Speed and Pastor Callie. They are doing great work on trying to abolish abortion. If you buy their confessional wear, they will, some of the proceeds will go to them. So go over to www.confessionalwear.com. Help support Raphael and his business and the ministries of John Speed and Pastor Callie. All right, now let's go out and be successful together. God bless.